I am finishing up a high chew, which is the most offensive sound that could be happening on a microphone right now.
Oh my God, welcome to our ASMR podcast now. Welcome.
When did I get old?
I've talked about him too many times, but I'm still working my way through a giant bag of high chews that my friend gave me on my show last week.
Oh my God.
What a gift, though, to come to someone's show and just A, to come, B, pay for your ticket,
To come.
C,
My baby's on antidepressant. Know what I'm talking about, huh?
Yeah.
It's a blessing
it
to
is
come.
a blessing.
Anyway.
After 35 minutes
Oh
to
my
come
God.
on antidepressants.
Yeah.
But what a gift.
What a gift. That is so nice. They're very good.
I can't stop eating them.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Keep Me Young. I'm Blake,
And I'm Heather.
and this is a podcast about two millennials trying their best to stay culturally relevant by telling each other stories about what happened in pop culture sometimes, and then relating it to our own sad lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also to impart the ways that we have kept ourselves young by being SPF'd every day.
Hardcore.
And by being gay, honestly,
Yeah.
that has kept
and in
me
our
young.
lane, I'd say famously we're pretty in our lane too, overall.
And in our lane.
Overall. I definitely am snooping, but I'm not like,
Oh, I stay
I'm not like
snooping.
commenting on a video I don't like. Like I'm staying in my lane. That's a young person thing. That's where I'm not going to stay young, is I'm not going to comment on somebody else's stuff if I don't like it. I'm going to tell my friends in real life about it.
100%. I'll screenshot it and send it to my best friends from high school.
Heartbeat. I screenshot before I even finish the video for context. Who cares? Like, I don't need to know that. You suck.
One time, I was watching a video and I was going to send it to my friend because his mom had just been visiting him. But the video was like something about moms, like something sweet about moms, but then
Yeah.
it took a turn right at the end
Love it.
to be like, and I hate my mom. And this guy's mom had been in the hospital.
No.
Thank God I watched it through the whole way because I
Mhm.
almost sent him a video being like, fuck my annoying mom.
Oh my God.
And he had just been like visiting his mom who was in the hospital. So you gotta wait till the end to screenshot and you gotta get all of the information first and then you can snoop and gossip about
That
it.
is so true. That is so true. Also, wild story, might I just say. They love a little M. Night Shyamalan twist on
I
TikToks now.
know.
They really do.
Oh my God.
But that reminds me so much of context of like being at the end of a video. One time, the first time I ever got quote unquote canceled
Ooh,
was on TikTok a few years ago when I was doing Depression Meal Monday.
fun.
Back when it wasn't a segment on this podcast. Hey, how are you? But
Does it exclusively live here now?
kind of, yeah. I stopped doing them on videos. I ran out of meals. I did like 130
Wow.
episodes of it on TikTok, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I have nothing else to do.
130.
And also,
wow.
in a little bit of a sellouty way, the other videos I started doing talking about video games and stuff like that started getting a lot more views, and
But
it was pretty easy
it
for me
was
to
like
talk
a
about.
full like set production that you did.
It was a lot more
for
effort. It was a lot more
Depression
effort.
Meal.
It was more effort for less views, and I was
Yeah.
just kind of getting like more busy in my real life, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like the return on interest is just not as much as it used to be, and I was just like fighting for ideas at that point to try to figure out what to do.
You
So
gotta
I was
let
like, I'm
it-
gonna let it breathe. I'm gonna give it a break.
Yeah.
And so I figured people wanted it back. I'm gonna give it back to them on a podcast. So we still have it.
We're
It's still
so
there.
glad to keep carrying that legacy with us.
Yes, exactly.
I'm happy to be the step parent now of Depression Meal Mondays.
100%.
And I have quite a few of my own, which we'll get to at
Which
the
we'll
end.
get to. But somebody tried to cancel me from one time because I used Kraft singles in a video one time.
Oh.
And I made a joke. I said, Kraft, it's legally cheese. And then actually it's not. Also a fun fact.
Yeah, it's not. I can eat it because it's dairy free.
Right. So it was like a joke. But then a guy like stitched the video and made his little points about how like it is classist and racist to make fun of processed cheese because it's primarily aimed at like poorer communities and poorer communities tend to be like
Oh, wow.
people of color, which also offensive. But he was just like trying to be a defender, I guess. I don't know. But in his attempt, I think he was even more offensive. But then he was very
I
obviously
think Kraft
reading.
singles are for white people.
I would
That's a white people
arguably say
food to
so
me.
because he was saying it stems from like government cheese, which blah 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 is bad. But
Oh.
also, people loved government cheese. My mom loved government cheese. It was like really good, actually. It hit.
Interesting.
It was rich, but But the thing was, he very obviously was just like reading like a Wikipedia entry.
Okay.
And he did all this. He went on and on about what I was saying and how it was like bad, like a bad thing. It makes people feel bad, blah, blah, blah. And at the very end, he said, and no hate to this creator. It's just a fun fact. I'm like, kill yourself. I was so mad. I was livid that this guy stayed this at the
Amazing.
very end. Like, you know how TikTok works. They're not listening to this till the end. You asshole. I was so...
It was just for...
That dumb bastard, I will never forget him. I hate him. I hate that stupid face. He had that little basement dweller looking face too. Like the beard that goes down to his waist.
Yeah.
Like he's like, but it's not well kept together.
Yeah.
Like he just
Pirate.
looks like he works at a GameStop. The bad GameStop in your town that you don't want to go to. Not the nice, good one where like the cool, nice people are working at.
Yeah,
the bad one where the
vacuuming
guy
that
gives his opinion on every game that you buy, whether you wanted it or not. I don't want your opinion when I go to GameStop. I want to buy my game and leave. That's all I want.
One time I went to a Best Buy, which is the closest thing to a GameStop I've ever walked into.
Fair.
And I have never felt more like a piece of meat. I have never felt more like, I'll just say it. I've never felt more like a sex worker than when I go into a Best Buy and everyone there identifies me as someone to talk to. Probably because I'm beautiful and they want to flirt. I don't think that's it. But I think they clock me as like someone who doesn't know what they're looking for, which may or may not be true.
Yeah.
Depends on the visit.
Yeah.
But I felt like it was a meat market and everyone had an opinion to share with me or like remind me how my feet work or remind me like
was this
what
like
an
back when you were in like girl
is.
mode?
For sure.
Okay, so they're like, hey, dumb girl who doesn't know technology.
Yeah.
This isn't an iPhone,
like,
so
I'm really
you don't know what this
smart,
is.
so-
Sorry. This isn't the camera feature of an iPhone, the only thing you know. So we have to like show you how to do. You can't do Instagram on a PS5.
Right.
Sorry, dumb girl.
And I think I was just looking for like a cord, like a power cord or something.
Also, this is why women don't talk to you. Like these Best Buy employees. Like when they do that, it's like you're like, oh yeah, but you can't get somebody, you're an incel because of like genetic issues, not because you explained a keyboard to somebody.
Yeah, that was in my, I think I went peak girl drag in probably early mid 20s just to kind of see.
Yeah.
Just to see.
Yeah.
And also because it was like quote unquote useful for my career in performing.
Being hot really has its perks in
like
performing world.
Binary hot.
Oh yeah.
At that time especially.
Exactly.
But then I just kept having to like
easy to explain hot.
Yeah.
Because hot comes in many forms.
Exactly.
But that's like an easy to explain hot.
Right. Yeah. To like Republicans in Florida who are watching
hot girl,
opera.
long hair. End of sentence.
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah. Speaking of which, what's aging you this week?
Ooh, what is aging? Do we start with aging?
We can.
Okay.
You were just really on a rant,
so
I wanted to capitalize on that. But we can start with
not to yuck your yum. Not to no butt you, and it's a big butt.
Hey.
But I think my aging is going to be a much longer topic, and my keeping me young, because that's a good mentality. My happy one's much shorter, but
the one that's really eating me alive.
So my keeping me young this week. What's keeping me young? You're wearing it. We filmed 2 episodes today, so I was like, Heather, do you want to borrow this as a different outfit? And because it's also
tell the people.
It's also kind of chilly.
Secrets.
It's also kind of chilly. Well, because Heather brought
I brought tank tops.
Yeah, they
but
brought
it's
a
too
tank
cold
top.
For tank tops.
Right. Yeah, we're keeping this room freezing right now because my camera gets too hot if we film for too long. And so there's a big ass fan right behind it.
I wish you could see the goosebumps. But I feel so cozy.
You do have goosebumps.
Yeah,
oh my God.
I feel very cozy in this shirt.
I love that. And so yeah, I was like, maybe we'll do a sweater episode. Here, have this little sweater or this little like jumper. I don't know what you call it.
A jumper?
A jumper.
Long sleeve t-shirt.
Long sleeve t-shirt. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I never know what to call them because it's like t-shirt, I think short sleeves, but you know.
Long sleeve tee.
Yeah, is what it is. But the sweater, for anybody that's not watching it on YouTube,
describe it. This is like a beautiful, I'll talk into the microphone like how God intended.
Yeah.
Like a deep royal purple.
It is a royal purple.
Close to like midnight blue.
Yes.
Dark purple with like yellowy macaroni gold design on it.
It almost looks like macaroni art. It's of Garfield giving like warning hands. He's like, hey, just so you know. And then under it says Sesby and Lex.
And what is the significance of that? Why did these go together?
On my live stream, I talk about my Twitch a lot on this podcast for some reason.
You love it.
I do love it. I was playing Jackbox for my birthday with my viewers.
Cute.
And we played TKO. And it's like, you know, a game where you like, everybody knows
Which stands for
Jackbox.
Total Knockout.
Yes, also.
Because I stay sporting.
You sporty little queer. we played that game. And so Jackbox is like a little party pack. Most people know it. It's basically like different Mad Lib variations on Mad Libs kind of.
I love it.
So we did this one and you make a t-shirt and you like randomly match like somebody's caption with another person's drawing. And then that's the shirt. So somebody made this shirt of Sesame and Lex. And then me and Luis, my co-host of my stream, was like, Luis was like, I'm absolutely going to buy this and I'm going to buy you one too. And then we got it and they're really high quality, actually, surprisingly. And
I wish I had one.
I love it. I love my little Sesame and Lex sweater.
Can you buy more after the fact? Because I would buy one.
I think there's like something saved somewhere where you can do it. Like I think you have a history on like a something. There's like a code. Cute. Probably.
We can hack the mainframe. We can make it happen.
Oh yeah. Oh, we'll get in this. We'll just recreate it on the game and order it if we need to.
We need to.
Yeah, we need to. We actually have to. That is going to be the only outfit we wear from now on, so we can just film as many as we want. People don't know what order. There you go. Perfect. That's our brand. It's Sesame and Lex. Kind of.
Yeah. My barber's name is Lex, and they are so cool and hot.
I love that.
That's it.
What's keeping you young, Heather?
What's keeping me young? I already forgot, but I did write it down. Don't you worry.
Period. Or is your aging shorter? Which one's shorter?
I think aging is going to be brief, but I do want to set up something.
Yes, of course.
So that I can do like bullet points as we move on. And that is that I made a hate book in high school with my best friend in high school named Jessie. It's not a burn book.
Okay.
It was pre-Mean Girls.
It was pre-Mean Girls?
Yeah.
Wow.
What year did that come out?
You were a bitch before it even started. Wow, before it was chic.
I think 2000, it was before.
8, 9. Everything kind of happened around that time.
Yeah, this was early because now looking back, the two of us just had anxiety.
Oh, yeah. But
at the time, we were like, so many things bother me in this world, and I just sometimes want to write them down.
Yeah.
So we made a hate book. And the first thing that we also became friends through hating things.
God, that is the best way to make friends. I'm sorry.
That's how I make a lot of friends.
I just said in the last episode that I idolize hatery attitudes.
Hateration, holleration.
And I do think that I hate that because I like it when people genuinely care about things and are very open about caring about things. But I think it's okay to hate things as well. I think it's just better to hate things with your friends in a room, closed doors.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
But also, here's the thing. Hating something is still caring about it.
You're right. You're right.
Apathy is truly not caring.
Apathy is the one thing I absolutely can't stand.
If you still hate your ex, you still have feelings.
Exactly.
Hate is a feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Having the feeling of hate.
Love is way closer to hate than apathy.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Say that. Tattoo that on your forehead, baby.
Oh, my God. But so we made a hate book out of all of the ways that we bonded in 8th and 9th grade. And then we just kept it going through high school, through college. We've both gone on SSRIs. And so those things don't pop up in our brains as easily anymore, which is great.
Right.
But the thing that probably was the first one that we wrote down, and I'll bring this in because I think it's in my possession right now.
Of course.
Is when you're washing your face or washing your hands and the little water, and you're wearing long sleeves. That's what made me think of it. And the little water droplets go all the way to your navel somehow.
It's so bad.
All the way up your arm to your elbow. And it's freezing, but then you don't want to touch it with the sleeve because then the sleeve is just wet.
Completely
so
agree.
You're just sort of peeling the banana peel of the sleeve off of your arm without touching your arm to wipe your arm off.
I deal with this every time I wash my face.
Yeah.
I look at the absolute, my bathroom by the time I'm done washing my face is war torn with water. What was the color of the barn that I was raised in? How do you not just keep that to yourself?
Because you have to be like the Neutrogena commercials.
You do. You have to splash the shit out of your face.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And if you're trying to be demure about it and not splash your whole
not splash your whole bathroom. If I had a nickel every time I splash my whole girl. Honey.
Shout out to my bidet.
And your bidet.
Yeah. They're one and the same. Shout out to my bidet. That's cold water bidet.
Not cold.
Oh, it's great.
It's better than warm? Well, I guess warm feels like you're kind of peeing out your butt.
Warm, there's something special you have to do. I don't know. This is a more basic version.
Oh, you got the pure one.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
You know what I got was the nice one for my person that I used to date.
Sesame and Lex.
Yeah, my Sesame and Lex. And then when I moved out, it stayed at that house. So the nice one was there. And then my mom got me this one. And in a very predictable turn of events,
yes,
my mom told me that she didn't get it for me. She got it for her husband, but he didn't want it.
Damn.
Which tends to happen with gifts from my family.
That's fair.
One time my stepmom was like, I really hate these kind of energy bars. Here, have a box.
Oh, I see.
was like, cut out the first part of that sentence.
Right.
and
You
I
don't
will
have to tell me I'm your dumpster.
love this gift.
I can be your dumpster in ignorance.
But up in here.
Yeah, don't tell me.
Yeah.
Just let me be the ignorant, just let me be the ignorant dumpster.
That's blissful ignorance.
Love blissful ignorance.
Absolutely.
I love not knowing things. I envy stupid people so much.
Yeah.
Not to call myself brilliant, but I'm not stupid. And because here's my thing. In my lifetime, I've truly met maybe 5 truly dumb people. And I envy the shit out of, because everybody has some form of brilliance. Even if you don't like them, everybody has some form of intelligence in some capacity. I have met a few people that are truly, truly, truly
just
dumb.
That's kind of a surprisingly low number.
I have a general optimism for the world. I try to at least. I try to at least. I'm a hater, but in like a fun way. Like I still think like they have value. It's fine.
Beautiful.
But like there's some that are just, when you see it, you know, it is a different feeling. You're like, I'm talking to a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like I've met so many of those people, but probably I don't have the patience to stick around to see what they are brilliant at. I think
I just very much go out of my way to avoid maybe those people even. Like I can't waste time like that because I'm such a fast paced person that if somebody talks like that, I can't do it.
You're already like skedaddling with the sound effect of Roadrunner.
Yes.
.mp3.
I had one in
away.
college. That was the first one I truly met like a dumb. I mean, I grew up in East Texas. There was probably a few that were really dumb and I just didn't give them the time of day.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I went to college, I was in class with this one person, like in like a bunch of classes because it was a small music school.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you were in one class with that person, you were in every class with that person.
Yep.
And so we would just be in class and the teacher would say something. Like the teacher would say like, Mozart lived in Salzburg. And he would be like, I think that,
No.
Mozart,
No.
used to, live, in Salzburg, like would repeat what the teacher said. And the teacher would be like, you're so right. Great job. I'm like, did somebody fill out a form for him?
Teachers are different breed.
Did they fill out a form? Like, were they all told like, hey, like this guy's not, his tools aren't all in that shed.
This was in college?
Yeah.
So he didn't have an IEP.
Private school too.
That was just a really kind teacher.
Maybe, but it was every teacher. They all were like, yeah, good job. Like they just didn't want to bother. They just didn't want to deal with his ass.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Soul draining. That also aged me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
What is your thing that's aging you?
I think I have a couple that are aging me this time, and I think like we'll see. I mean, I guess I could save some for next episode, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
If we go a long time, we'll keep it. If not, that's okay too.
Great.
Okay. First thing that is aging me. So there was pulling out the notes app, girl. So the first thing, I think this is probably the one that I need to talk about today. So keeping it kind of plugged into my video game audience that watches my stuff.
Great.
So recently, the Nintendo Switch 2 came out.
And which one is the Switch?
The Switch is that one that you hold that's like the handheld that like has the little Joy-Cons you can take off.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. So the Switch 2 recently came out. Big deal. Everyone was really excited.
What's the difference between the Switch 1 and the Switch 2?
Way better processing power. It can play like such higher quality games.
Oh, cool.
But that was the debate, is that some people were like, Nintendo is charging way too much for this product, blah, blah, blah. And the problem was, this is where I have to remember that Twitter is absolutely open to use any age category. Because I'm thinking like, why is this 30-year-old complaining that this game console is $450 when the PS5 came out like 4 or 5 years ago, and it was like $500 minimum, and people were buying it like candy. Like it was like they were doing anything to get it, and it was really hard to get. It was selling out all the time, and it was $500 back
I feel
then.
like that information even trickled down to me. I remember PS5 being a thing.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal. So the Switch 2, way more available. Luckily, a lot of people got theirs. It sold like 3.5 million in like the first day. It was crazy.
Wow.
So it's a really good, it's pretty. I like it a lot. And people are going to call me a billionaire defender. I don't care. It's beautiful. And
Blake and Taylor Swift are homies.
Oh, like this.
You're in
And
her
nobody
PJ.
talks about it.
You're
and
in
nobody
her
talks
PJ
about it
every single day.
Absolutely. She actually likes me more than Haim, but like, we just don't say it that much out loud because then Haim would get mad.
Yeah.
I don't
She's very sensitive. It's okay.
I don't want to hurt Hein's feelings. There's 3 of them. They'll jump me. But so the Switch 2 came out. People were like, vote with your dollar. Let Nintendo know that this is a ludicrous amount of money. I'm like, it's literally not. It's a mobile game system that when you plug it in plays 4K gaming.
That's crazy.
That's great. A computer doing the exact same thing is like $1,600. Like you guys are being kind of bitches about this in my humble opinion. And so then I realized it's like a bunch of kids that just like their parents said no. And so they're really taking it out on everybody on Twitter. And that's okay. Because like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I truly hate when people under 14 have an opinion. I think you have to earn an opinion, and I think you have to have it. Maybe that sounds a little bit too 1984, but I feel like you have to have. I was going to say, I think you have to have a license to have a public opinion.
We're in the medieval times now.
Yeah.
Did you know that in actual medieval times they used to wrap babies up in like little cocoons and just hang them from a wire?
Bring it back
to get them out of the way.
Bring it back.
It's only very recently that
bring it back. Do it to teenagers.
It's only very recently that little kids are like humans and have rights.
Crazy, I know.
You want to put
and now, arguably, like. Not too many rights, but now they know. Like younger kids now are watching TikTok and stuff like that, and they know the arsenal they have. We didn't know that we could pull the minor card and get away with anything back in the day.
No,
they know that now, and they should have that card. They should have that card. But some of them really take advantage of it. Like on Twitter, you can't argue with anybody under 18 because the second that you're right, they'll pull. Oh my god, you just argued with like a minor. I'm like, then don't get in the fight.
It's amazing.
Don't get in the fight. That you do not have the privilege there. I don't care that you're a minor. If you're wrong, you're wrong.
So you think they should be working in the factories again?
I'm not saying that I long for them to be back in the mines. I am saying that I need them to not be on the podium and giving profound opinions because they don't have them yet. And maybe that's really bad to say.
Somebody that I used to babysit has a very anti-everything progressive stance.
Right.
She turned Republican to spite her parents.
Well, good for
That's kind of how
good for her.
Right. And we deserve a women's right to be wrong.
Absolutely.
And but one time she was posting like,
oh wait, she turned Republican to spite her parents?
Yeah.
Oh, awful. I'm so sorry. I heard that wrong.
South Carolina.
Never mind. Prison.
I mean, good for her to be a rebel, whatever.
Sure.
But like it's South Carolina and then you're just like coming back around to Republican, like cool. But she was at one time. I think she's graduated college now, but she was posting about who even knows what at the time.
Always.
And I did a thing that I won't ever do again.
Won't recommend.
DM to be like, hey, did you know that these are the facts and this is what the background and the context is for this? But she just kept saying the same idea over and over and over and over and over again.
They learned a few.
Oh.
Yeah. You're not actually thinking.
You're just loud.
You're just saying stuff.
You're just saying stuff.
It's like, because that's the thing. It's like everybody knows therapy talk now, and it's the worst thing that ever happened to society. It like sometimes you're not being gaslit. Sometimes someone's just lying.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Right.
It doesn't have to be theatrical. It always comes back to theatrical. It doesn't have to be theatrical.
But the crazy thing is that like we're all sharing a platform with politicians and like
that's where it gets messed up because like that's the thing. When I was a teenager, I thought I knew all the answers too, mama. I absolutely thought that I had life figured out.
Who heard about it? My diary.
No one.
My little
mom,
diary.
If I was having a day, and that was it.
Yeah,
that was it. Like now they have platforms to talk about it, and that's going to bite them in the ass in the future. They're not going to be happy about the fact that they said that kind of stuff.
Or I don't know.
Some
or
of them are right. There are
will.
some very base teenagers. I do need to put that out there right now.
I
think the self-actualized teenagers, it's kind of a rare thing, but I think the ones that are actually self-actualized understand that what we're saying is true and wouldn't be upset about that. It's like when you say I hate all men, any decent guy is not going to get mad about that.
Yeah, they'll be like, me too, sister.
Yeah, no, like men suck. Exactly. But like, I don't know. That's my thing. But all that to say, when the Nintendo Switch 2 thing came out and people were very mad about it, somebody posted a picture on Twitter. And let me see if I can find it for you.
Oh, please.
While we talk about it. So
I love your background so much.
Oh, it's a Pride Pokemon thing.
I thought it was Lisa Frank.
It is kind of Lisa Frank-esque, right? Oh, your face is making it take the focus. Look at that.
That's Lisa Frank. It is very Lisa Frank,
I will say. Yeah, people on YouTube, you'll know. Wow. It sounds like we're promoting like specifically the YouTube. I don't care where you listen to this, by the way. So
yeah.
As long as you're listening, baby. Okay, so there was, let's see, Switch 2. There was
Nothing makes me feel more inept and like we as a human species haven't evolved enough than searching for a meme. Like doing a Google search for a photo or a meme. And I always end up on Reddit too, because that's the only place where you can find shit.
Yep. It's impossible to Google things nowadays. You have to put
Or like
Reddit.
that video
anything.
where that one person said blah, blah, blah. I'm like, God damn it, we invented fire and I can't search for a meme in 2025.
No, it's really hard to find specific memes nowadays because they're also very like Dadaist. They're so obscure and wild that it's really hard to Google like Patrick facing a wall, Patrick from SpongeBob facing a wall, and then while in the background there's like some sad music playing and somebody is saying like, what if I kill myself? Like, what if I just killed myself right now? Like, would you be mad if I killed myself? Like, what if I just killed myself? Like, it hilarious, but very hard to Google without a hotline showing up that you should call.
Exactly. I don't know that one. I gotta look it up.
It's pretty great.
I love the Patrick one with the nails.
Maybe. I sent it to a friend. There we go. So that'll make it much easier. Where is it? Here it is. So somebody posted a tweet that is 2 Nintendo Switch 2s.
Okay.
2 boxes of them.
Great.
And then 2 full pizzas from Pizza Hut.
Cute. Yum.
And it says, never kill yourself, which hilarious. I love that that's like the thing that now when something good happens to somebody, they're like, never kill yourself. And like, that's the good things. Like, there's hope, blah, blah, blah.
Cute.
And so they posted this photo and then somebody very obviously in my mind, in my full hemisphere brain mind, full frontal lobe.
There it is.
There we go. My full frontal lobe thought, like, clearly that's 2 people. And they just took a picture of both of their Switches with 2 pizzas because they're 2 people having pizza. Everybody in those comments of this relatively harmless tweet dog walked them.
Because they had 2 pizzas and 2 Switches?
Took them to the gulag and shot them. People were mad about this, calling them so privileged, calling them like just the most like class traitory kind of shit. Like, it was wild. They're like, you're not voting with your dollar. Like, Nintendo's ripping you off with their system, blah, 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 all this shit. It was awful. They were going to town. It blew up. Like, I saw this tweet every day, every hour of every day. That tweet went by my timeline to somebody else having a stupid opinion on it. And it was so bad. And then luckily, the other side of the discourse is that people that were over 23 were like, hey, so just so you know, when you have like a full-time job, saving up for like 6 months for $1,000 purchase is actually not outlandish.
That's like kind of how you do things.
It's kind of possible. It's actually very possible, and it will not put you on the street
and
if
like,
you have a job.
Ball out,
yeah,
and get that rather than new gutters for your house.
Exactly. And so that was the thing where like I was so mad because there were so many people just saying shit with no one checking anything on it. Like, that's the thing that pisses me off about Twitter is you can just say whatever you want and no one can do anything about it. And they will never admit that. Nobody admits they're wrong anymore either. That's the thing. It's not embarrassing to be wrong anymore because you just never have to admit it.
Well, I think that's my question of like, is it a bad thing that people are saying more on the internet? Because does it mean that we're just as a species, we're like evolving to like not care as much about our mistakes?
Yes.
Okay.
I fully agree with that. I fully agree with that. I think that we have now it has come to a point where it is not embarrassing to be ignorant on a subject. Like, I see things on Twitter all the time of people just, the other one that pisses me off. My prime example of this is that there is a tweet that I see every 2 months on that stupid platform where a husky dog is sleeping in the snow. So much so that the snow piles over him and then they make a sound and he wakes up and like the snow moves. It's like, the pile moved. It's a husky. That's so cute. Every 2 months of my life, my stupid eyes have to see this tweet where somebody says, and then these people had the audacity to raise a husky in Texas. So huskies have something called a double coat. And a double coat.
Not like going Nat Geo.
And a double coat. And a double coat is used so it keeps you cool when it's hot and keeps you warm when it's cold. That's the point of a double coat. That's why you're not supposed to shave huskies down to the skin. That's why you keep the double coat. That's why groomers are expensive for huskies. My sister has a corgi and she also has a Newfoundland, both with double coats. And that is exactly what their purpose is for. It pisses me off that people just say whatever they want online and it gets 100,000 likes and they're wrong. And they're wrong. And everyone else is in there like, I always thought that. Like, well, you were always wrong. It pisses me off, Heather.
Let's breathe.
I think maybe it's just Twitter that ages me.
Let's breathe.
We're not supposed to breathe. It's aging me. That's the whole point. I'm being on topic, diva. I'm mad. It makes me so mad. Oh, but the positive spin of this Nintendo Switch 2 one was that this person was Twitter verified, so they were getting money for it, get like higher interactions.
Oh my God, amazing.
And so they posted a screenshot that says, you got paid $405.63 has been deposited into your account. And they said, I have the opportunity to do the funniest thing in the world right now. And everyone was like, do it. Buy the third Switch
Absolutely,
2. Buy the third
to.
Nintendo Switch 2 to piss them off, girl.
Did they?
I don't know. TBD.
You gotta follow up.
I know. TBD.
This is for me too much to know. It's too much to know.
Yeah.
And I fear that if I had access to all of these things, because I'm off TikTok, I'm off Twitter, I'm basically only on Instagram, and that's basically only to like hawk my wares and tell people when I am doing shows and stuff.
We're going to make an influencer out of you. If this picks up, we're going to make an influencer out of you. I hate that word, influencer. We're going to make a creator out of you.
But the type of fill in the blank I would want to be is like, I live off the grid, but then you still have to like be on the grid to post about it.
I guess so.
But I would be, the type of shit that I watch on YouTube is just people silently building houses and like time lapse. And then it starts to snow and you're like, ooh,
not ASMR carpentry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fun.
Love that.
There's a like Irish dude who makes wooden things. That was kind of the only place that I enjoyed on TikTok was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know there was like a YouTuber recently that like said he's not making videos anymore because like there was millions of people watching it and it made him uncomfortable. And I can't remember his name. He's like a wildlife guy.
Oh, that was.
And I'd literally never heard of him until this. And then I look at his channel. It's like 15 million views every video. I'm like, he has never crossed my path.
That's
and people were devastated. People on like my Twitter were like, oh, I watched him. Like, this is amazing. Like, I'm so sad he's gone. I'm like, am I really in just a bubble? Am I in a gay bubble? Because I've never heard of this man.
Definitely like tech and gamer bubble.
Sure.
But there's so many people in the world.
I guess so.
There's so many fucking people. You can get 15 million views and that's not even like.
In the grand scheme, not huge.
New Jersey and New York.
Right.
You know?
Right. Wild though. Yeah.
Wild.
It is weird. There's entire celebrities though that I just don't even know exist.
Right.
Yeah.
That is a funny thing about this because nothing is monoculture anymore.
No, that's the thing. Back when you blew up on YouTube back in the day, everybody knew you.
I miss the muffins video. I miss quoting that shit. And now, there's nothing like hearing multiple people quoting something around you and you're like, what are you guys talking about?
Oh my God. I referenced a Vine yesterday on Twitch and somebody called me old for it. That used to be hip.
Yeah.
They used to be hip to have that Vine knowledge. I have an entire Rolodex of references from Vine that I like. It's on deaf ears.
It is on deaf ears. This moment in time needs Vine back, though.
Oh my God.
What good it would do to our
TikTok
society.
in short form video was still stuck to 6 seconds, it would save me so much
Even
time,
just
first of all.
30 seconds.
I feel like I probably wouldn't have blown up as much at all in 6 seconds because I feel like I like to use a larger vocabulary whenever I'm making fun of stuff or talking about things comedically.
You're a verbose king.
I like that. I appreciate that. And it's not like I read. I just hear a word that I like that somebody else uses and I'm like, I should start using that. And then I try to beat it into my system. That's kind of that is the perk of being my friend is that if you come up with something that's really funny, I will wear the shit out of it. And so everybody's saying it by the end of the week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I remember being a teenager and clocking that like something I did, other people were doing.
Yeah.
Like I remember being so close to the pulse of like setting the tone of pop culture. And this was back when I Can't With That was big.
Yes.
And like I was saying that with my girlfriends and like my friend Whitney said I Can't With That for the very first time I ever heard anyone say it. And then when I got to college, people were saying it. And I was like, wait, what?
That's weird.
Did we create that? But like,
that's weird.
Kinda, yeah.
It's always weird to me how like some culture stuff, especially pre-internet, how those things like all happen. Like, how did everyone in high school play wall ball? How did y'all hear about this?
Right.
How did
people were just playing
did
it?
kids just move schools all the time and tell each other about?
That's the thing. You
wall
need
ball?
some nomads roaming around
Because
to
that
do
wasn't
that.
on a TV show.
Right.
People were just playing wall ball.
I think I brought I Can't With That to my college.
I brought Tamagotchis to my school.
Really?
I did. I didn't start the culture for everybody, but I brought it to my school. The teachers hated my ass for it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because we all had it. And see, the problem was smart little fun kids like me who had a little tech stuff knew how to silence our
little perfect angels.
Little perfect angels that were good rule followers and knew how to read instruction manuals.
Sure.
Knew how to silence their Tamagotchis. The other stupid fuck ass kids didn't know how to do it. dumbasses. And then they got us in trouble because their little Tamagotchi would beep in class. That was the one stipulant of us having Tamagotchis. The teachers were fine with it if we could keep them silent during class.
Stipulation.
Absolutely. It made me really mad that, it made me really mad that they ruined it for us. My friend and I, our Tamagotchis had a baby, and it was really uncomfortable for a little bit after that between me and my friend.
2 Tamagotchis could have a baby with each other?
Yeah, they'd have an egg, and then the egg would sit next to your Tamagotchi, and then it would hatch. And then after it hatched,
Mine
the
only,
Tamagotchi, after a day, would like fly away from its kid, and you had to raise the kid.
Oh,
Not a responsible race, the Tamagotchis.
That's not what mine was up to. Mine was just like pooping, and I was cleaning up the poop.
Oh, mine was fucking.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a weird level. I wonder if mine could have it. I just didn't do it.
Ours would, they would literally, so the Tamagotchi, the animation, they would literally just like kiss, and then there would be an egg.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
But you could do it with somebody else's.
That was the entire thing. Like you could only do it that way. Like it was Tamagotchi connection. It was the first time that they could connect with each other.
Okay,
you would literally had to have the sensors right next to each other, and then they would visit, and then
literally the 2 little things were fucking.
You literally touch tips between your Tamagotchis.
Cute.
And then
I wouldn't have liked that. I wouldn't have made use of that technology.
We're friends, but then me and my friend Lucy, they had a baby. It was a little uncomfortable for a minute there. There was weird tension.
Nice. Did you kiss?
No. Oh. She was technically my first kiss, though, I guess, because she was my New Year's kiss in like college.
Oh, cute.
Or in high school. Yeah.
Everybody loves kissing a gay boy at New Year's.
Yeah, even when he's not out.
Come on.
Like Blake's safe. We can't say why, but he's safe.
Nobody is saying why.
No.
We'll leave that to Blake in his own time.
Yeah. I guess technically my first kiss was in The Music Man. I played Harold Hill.
Brag.
Yeah.
Were you mad?
Big role.
Were you mad that you didn't play Harold Hill at our opera summer camp?
Heather? I was so mad.
Oh my God, really?
I put Heather. So in this summer camp that we talked about in our first episode, we did The Music Man, and I put Harold Hill on my resume from high school. I put it on my resume so they could see that I've done it, and he still gave it to his favorite little kid, who I love. He's a friend of mine, but oh my God. And he hated doing musicals at that time, and they made him the lead in the musical. I was so mad. I'm like, I've done it. I've done the role. What
an insane role to memorize, too.
Yeah, because there's anybody that doesn't know, it is a wordy musical. If I remember right, I think Harold Hill is actually one of like the most lines of a male role in musicals. Something like that. If not like Jean Valjean or something like that.
Spoken word.
Trouble in River City. I was just about to
say.
It's like
a rap, basically.
Yeah, it's like, literally it's a 7-minute like ragtime rap. Like, well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I said trouble right here in River City. Oh, sure, I'm a billiard player. Certainly mighty proud to say. Like all that kind of stuff. Just goes on and on. Exactly. But in college, I was a senior in high school. And so I had all this stuff that I had to do along with that, like applying to college and doing my finals and all this kind of stuff. So it took me a little longer to be off book because it's a giant role.
Yeah.
But the thing was, they cast all these kids in the in our small little city to be in like extras in the show and stuff like that. And they had a little line every now and then or something. And that was so with every kid, you got 2 parents that were buying tickets.
Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Very smart.
And so
that's how you get people to see things. Yeah, is you put kids in your show.
I remember we were telling Luis one time, because Luis is from Chile. Mm-hmm. We were telling my friend.
Do the people know who Luis is?
The ones that watch my stuff do, because Luis helps make my lists sometimes that I talk about on YouTube, and then he also co-hosts my stream.
Okay.
So he's from Chile, and he asked us one time, he was like, wait, they like charge to do the musical? It's like, oh, absolutely. They wouldn't do it if it wasn't charging. You had to pay to see your kids do stuff back in public school days. Oh my God. But so I remember I was like trying to do the performance or whatever, and I was doing it still on the book and stuff. And this little shit of like I want to say 6-7 years old next to me was like, he's not memorized yet. And I was like, okay, or dishes. Your line is or dishes. And you're telling me I'm not off book for this 1 7-minute rap.
I can't.
Wanted to kick that kid. Hated his ass.
When I was in high school, elementary through high school, I was like the choir accompanist as well as being in the choir. Mm-hmm. So whenever they did like a little special, like, and a member of the choir is going to play the piano for this one, it was me or my friend Frank. And they gave me the like light, like Seasons of Love and like the fun ones. And then my friend Frank, who is like a much more classically trained pianist, gave him the harder stuff. So I was playing, I will never fucking forget, Sidewalks of New York for the tenor bass ensemble. And there was a part.
Wow, what a curse. That sounds horrible. A fate worse than death.
Oh my God.
Tenor bass choir also. I hate men's choirs.
Like,
I hate being in men's choirs
could
because
have
every time
skipped.
it's always like a male choir director, and he always comes in the first day of the choir and it's like, it's just us boys, and I feel a little uncomfortable. And I didn't know why back then, but I don't feel comfortable with a guy coming in and saying that.
Yes. For many reasons.
For so many reasons.
The director was amazing, so that was not something to worry about. But the dudes in this little fucking, I could have like skipped rehearsal because I wasn't in it, but I had to be there to play. And there was this part one day, like just one day in the classroom, not even in the like venue, like performance venue yet, still rehearsing in the classroom, where I was playing something and like this one little section I got wrong a couple times. And this fucking baritone goes, I don't know why at the time, I don't know why she's allowed to play it. She keeps messing it up.
Oh my God. Take him out back and shoot him. What?
He's an opera singer and
he still is?
Yeah.
That's gross.
He's blocked for
Good.
lots of reasons.
Good.
And
is he bad?
I don't know. I saw
Damn.
him in Carmen one time he's like as good as baritones need to be. Do you know what I mean by that?
That's so real. Anybody listening, if you're hot as a baritone, you're fine.
And I don't think he's particularly hot, but he's like straight and
also
tall.
Which also for the many a gay man that runs an opera company, that's enough.
That's what you need.
That's enough.
But I will never fucking forgive him for that. I learned in that moment that negative reinforcement is what really like helps me lock in. And so at the performance, or maybe even in that rehearsal right afterwards, I played it flawlessly. And in the performance, I played it flawlessly. Like, what is that going to help? You're just going to...
And he probably said nothing, right?
No, of course not.
Of course not.
Oh, I hate that dude.
Yeah.
And his stupid brother and their stupid friends.
You can government name him on here if you want.
No, I won't.
Okay, cool.
I ran into him at NOLA, R.I.P., or Shetler, whatever a building where you went to go audition.
Building in New York, yeah.
That doesn't exist anymore.
No.
The building exists, but they don't use it for that anymore.
It used to be, the place.
But I ran into him. He came into the elevator and was like, oh my God, Heather.
Ew.
I've never stood so still in a hug. And like, it all happened so quickly. I'm not the type of person who is just like, oh, this terrible thing is happening and I'm trapped. Usually I'll be like, I don't need a hug right now.
Yeah.
And
famously, I remember you told me my favorite response I've ever heard to a cat call. When somebody cat calls Heather in New York, Heather just turns and goes, I don't know you.
Yeah.
And it's like it disrupts them somehow. And it's amazing.
But it doesn't escalate.
It doesn't escalate.
This is learning the hard way, like how to handle these situations.
Yeah.
So like at a point in my life, I would definitely freeze. But like at this point, but it all happened so quickly because he got on the elevator. I wasn't expecting to see him. I hadn't seen him in probably, I don't know, years at that point.
Sure.
And he was just like so bubbly and so full of adrenaline. He probably just sang an audition also.
Yeah.
And I said nothing to him. And he thought we were gonna like be chummy and like walk together off and I was just like, oh, no, I have to go. I'll see you later.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But more for sidewalks of New York than anything else.
Of course. Yeah, no, I try not to escalate in New York either. I've learned that the hard way too. I used to flip people off in my car if they would like honk at me or something like that. But the problem is in New York, they follow you. If you do that, they will follow you. I parked one time and a guy parked right next to me and just stood there for a while and stared at me. It was unsettling. I was like, you can't get mad at people in New York because they're crazy.
No,
That's crazy. What sucks. You can't because there are so many frustrating people in New York, but you can't like assert yourself because they could kill you. No, you don't know who's the crazy one.
Here's my keep me young has to do with moving out of New York.
Yeah.
But I will preamble by telling one or two stories about the worst version of myself that I've grown into as a result of living here.
Right.
And one was recently when I was parking in Queens, and like having a car in New York is an amazing thing. I also bike in New York.
Yeah.
And biking, I would say, is sometimes easier because you don't have to park.
Yes.
But for this thing, I was like hauling a lot of gear. So I found a parking spot, needed it to be close. It was a heat wave, had a bunch of shit to schlep inside. So shit
to schlep is a fun.
I just nailed that.
That was really cool. Yeah, you ate that.
Red leather, yellow leather. So somebody was pulling out of their spot.
Shit schlepper, yellow schlepper. Sorry, continuing.
Somebody was pulling out of their spot, and I did that thing where you pull ahead of them so that then you can back in.
Mm-hmm.
This person pulled up behind them.
Oh.
So then when the person in the spot pulled out, the person from behind pulled in, and I backed up to like less than an inch of touching this car.
Oh, no.
And I just stayed there. And I kept getting closer and closer to like threatening them, hoping that they would back up. People were trying to drive down the street and like we were like jackknifed, blocking traffic.
Yeah.
This woman and her daughter drove by and she yelled at me to grow up.
Not grow. That's my favorite insult too.
But I was calm.
That's insane.
Calm as a cucumber. This is what is so jarring to me about who I've become living here. Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah.
I wasn't like racing with adrenaline or anything. I was just
Didn't feel anything. You're just like, whatever, fight me.
That's my spot. That's my spot. I just say, when people yell at me, I've also learned this on a bike. You just say thank you. You just smile and say thank you so much. Have a good day.
Oh, New Yorkers hate bikers.
Ooh,
they hate bikers.
But in this moment, you ought to grow up. I was like, thank you. Have a good day. So then when all the traffic had passed and it was just the two of us, I got out of my car. I didn't question it. I got out of my car, went to his window and said, I was clearly here first. This is my spot.
Good for you.
And that's it.
Oh my God.
I didn't yell.
I would pee myself.
I just said, you saw me.
I can't do that.
I don't know at what point I changed into a person who could.
It's like the 6-year mark or something. Like,
oh my God.
Something changes you.
It's been over 10 years at
10
this
years
point.
is when I've heard you're like officially a New Yorker.
Yes.
It's 10 years. Yeah.
But probably somewhere around the 6-point mark was the other story, which this was the first time anything like this happened. When I was on a bike, which I am my worst self on a bike. Maybe not worst, but I am the fight version of fight or flight on my bike. I feel invincible.
Yeah.
Which like you kind of have to be in New York if you don't want to like get smushed and die, unfortunately.
Of course.
But another instance of somebody like parking, but it was a fire truck and they were pulling into their little fire truck driveway, their little house.
Right.
And so in order to do that, they had to like turn left into the fire truck house and do like a 3-point turn to go in again.
Right.
So they were coming back into the street that I was trying to bike on. These dudes got out of the fire truck to like block traffic.
Oh dear God. Okay.
I, on my bike, was just gonna like scoodle doot around. Doesn't matter. I'm a bike. I'm not a car.
Of course.
I can go up on the sidewalk too.
Of
like
course.
it doesn't matter.
Right.
He put his feet like on either side of the wheel.
Oh my God.
Wheel of my bike, and he started yelling at me, calling me names, being like, "You're a moron! Didn't you see we were in the street?" And like something had clicked. You know, all of the pieces had come together previous to that of like being catcalled, getting in, you know, people trying to just shout terrible things to me on the street. Like all the pieces had come together and culminated in that one moment.
Oh my God.
Where I just started shouting at him back, but saying the most buck wild things. Like, you're so good at your job. You ought to get a raise. You're doing so good. I bet your boss is so proud of you.
Oh my God. Not 4th grade neener. That's crazy.
Truly. And like, I could never go back. That is the day that everything
it was a pivot.
Yeah. And I observed that about myself. And then this thing with parking my car recently. And that all goes into the thing that's giving me life is that I am leaving New York soon. I've been in the Northeast.
But you're leaving right now. Also, keep me young, I guess, cultural. We're probably going to get, what's his name, for mayor.
I know that's really sad.
What is his name?
But I don't think, I mean, I hope we do. But that was just the primary, the Democratic primary.
Oh, he's getting it. They're not going to put a Republican in. Watch this.
Think?
Watch me say this and curse the timeline.
But Cuomo is going independent.
Yeah, because he just got dog walked.
And Eric Adams is going independent.
But
I'm saying there's so many Republicans.
Mamdani.
Yeah, Zohran Mamdani.
Yeah.
Mamdani. But there's so many Republicans in New York. They just didn't vote in the Democratic primary.
I mean, that's fair. But I feel like it's just like kind of bound to happen. I don't know.
I hope.
I'm being very optimistic. I feel like Trump has messed up so much that I think the pendulum is swinging back faster than I thought it was going to. I know the pendulum is going to swing back.
Of course.
When people get a little bit panic brained about stuff, especially online, people are doomsdayers. People are so ready to doomsday anything.
But that is the thing. You have to like live long enough to see how long things take.
Yeah.
And
it swings back so fast, honestly, way faster than you think.
In 2016, when Trump first got elected, like we really thought the world was ending.
Yeah.
And then you just like, the longer you live, the more you can zoom out.
Yeah.
And you just see like, oh, I don't know. Yeah. Shit like moves back and forth. And sometimes it takes years.
4 years later, we were doing 2020. Well, we were doing land acknowledgements in Zoom meetings. Like...
Right.
It really comes and goes. It really comes and goes. In hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have been as harsh about that because I kind of miss that now more than especially more than our current climate. I would take annoying woke over anything this is right now, any day of the week.
I just thought about this. I came out of the closet as gay, queer, whatever you want to say, in 2016. And then I came out as non-binary in 2020.
Wow.
So what will I do with my one wild and precious life in this Trump presidency?
Top surgery?
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think I might want to have a baby. But I could get that done.
Cool.
And snip.
Yeah.
Within 4 years.
Yeah. Would you have the baby?
Yeah.
Nice.
We got two wombs. So we were thinking one each.
Nice. Oh, share.
Yeah, share.
Wow. Love that.
But
same
also,
time. Raise 2 kids at the same time.
Everyone advises against that. Like all the books and stuff
100%.
advise against that. But still people do it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's my other thing, too. In this current climate, that would age me more than anything, frankly.
I know.
The concept of having a child right now,
I know.
terrifying. I've always said that like I definitely am open-minded to having a kid one day. But for some reason, even at 31 years old, I still envision having a kid the same way I envisioned having a kid in high school. I'm like, yeah, maybe. I think it'd be cool one day.
Totally.
One day.
Yeah.
Like in the very distant future.
That's how I felt.
I still see the exact same way now.
Oh, yeah. Even just 3 years ago, I felt that way.
Yeah.
And something clicked. Not clicked, that saying that like, this is the right way, but something shifted.
Sure.
I think because of like the window of being able to like do it with this God-given body with a, what's it called?
Uterus.
A uterus that has not a deadline.
Oh, I mean, yeah. A timeline, a deadline.
I lost it. I ate too many high chews.
Fair.
My brain is just made out of sugar.
Fair. So non-binary parent, what would you go by?
I don't know. My friend who is a non-binary parent goes by Baba.
Love that. Mom with an X.
MXM. Kind of like,
mix them.
I don't want my kid to get bullied for my choices.
That's the thing.
So like I'd be okay with mom.
Yeah, fair.
But also like throw in a dad just to be funny.
Parentheses gender neutral.
Mom parentheses sometimes dad. But it's also like
this is mom dad.
When I was we're getting real now. When I was in a relationship with that like could have been straight passing, straight passing.
Yeah.
I hated the idea of being mom.
Okay.
But now that I'm in a relationship where like it's 2 boy girls.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if they're 2 moms, at least we're both.
Yeah.
Nobody feels as like, well, you have to be this because the other one's this.
Of course.
And that does make a difference.
Yeah.
I have not necessarily changed, but because the other half of that equation has changed,
right,
it makes it a little less like, oh, well, I don't know. I get to choose this, I guess.
Yeah, I understand that.
But I wouldn't be like dad. I don't know.
I get that.
And I don't want to come up with a new word.
No, it's probably best you'd.
Birth Givers Day rather than Mother's Day.
You know, maybe we'll swing back and that's going to be like a standard.
I just
maybe we par for the course.
Healthcare. I just want healthcare.
Right.
I just want healthcare.
Right. Fair. Maybe we'll get it.
It is funny to me that like nobody can say, I can't make sense of new pronouns. I can't say they. It doesn't make sense. It's plural. But like the most progress that's happened is language based.
Yeah.
Like we can't pass laws. We can't do whatever, but we can give land grant acknowledgements in Zoom. And we can like come up with new terms. But like that is all, like busy work.
Yes, it is.
And not.
I completely agree.
I don't know.
No, I mean, I will say that is one of my bigger political takes is like we spend so much time infighting about dumb shit that like at the end of the day it doesn't matter that much. Whereas like, yeah, I don't know. My whole thing, and I feel like this is more for you to have an opinion on than me because I have not lived this experience. But
say it with your chest.
I just personally feel that if I went by different pronouns, I think I would be kind of lighthearted about it overall. Like if people made a mistake, you can tell when someone's doing it pointedly. And I would
you can feel it when it's a hate crime and when it's a oopsie.
I don't think you have to fight it with your chest every time.
No. Yeah. You would also be exhausted if you did.
I think so too.
Yeah. And maybe I just, as a result of like coming out later, am chiller about it.
Maybe. I think we're a little bit older, and I think eventually you stop caring as much about what other people are saying about you.
that's a
Because the
big
thing is
part.
with pronouns, it's always third person acknowledgement.
It's when y'all are
it's
talking about
when
me
y'all are
behind my
not
back.
when I'm not there. So I'm spending. If you care about it too much, obviously do it. If you want to be non-binary, that's fantastic. I love that.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely do it. And I'm going to honor your pronouns every single time. But my whole thing is, if you care too much about a random stranger talking about it,
I
it
know.
means you're spending too much time mentally worrying about what other people think about you.
Right.
And I think that's a waste of time overall. Because if that
Yeah.
person's going to do that, then they're an ass. Or if they're making an honest mistake. And you can tell. And I just feel like
Totally.
you shouldn't throw a fit all the time about it, you know?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, for me, it depends
Yeah.
on the person.
Of course.
And like, if it makes you feel good and I don't know, justified to be
Yeah.
angry every time, go off.
Yeah.
Bitterness keeps
And you
us
have
young.
a right to be angry about it. Like, if you want to, I just feel like it's a waste of energy.
I think all of it has to exist. I think there have to be people who stay angry
You're
and
right.
people who, because
You're right.
like there are too many people involved in
Yeah.
it. There's a whole culture that's
I
shifting.
agree.
So
Everyone's
if-
valid.
Yeah, if everyone was angry, it wouldn't work. If everyone was chill about it,
We would make
nothing would
progress.
happen.
You're right. We do need those kind of like angry stinkers to like actually get stuff moving forward.
Totally.
But can't
And
be
the
all that.
persistent.
It can't be all that. That's true. That's the other
Right.
thing too.
Right.
There's a balance to it. You're right. You know what? The angy ones, you're valid.
Angy trans community.
My
You're
my
welcome
angry
here.
trans people, first of all, love you. Probably a giant fan base here. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm so
I
scared
don't
of
think
you.
angry. I have a lot of like very gentle, kind trans people that
Oh,
follow
that's
my stuff,
nice.
and that's really cool.
I'm so scared and turned on by angy trans community people because
Yeah.
I'm like, say it. Yeah, I think like complacency and acceptance has a place.
Yeah.
And also like, I don't know, reminding people that it's okay to be angry
Mm-hmm.
is okay too, you know?
Yeah. It's kind of a hard take. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
And
it's not my place to police it anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And if the worst thing someone is mad at you, fine.
See, I think that's where it all stems from is I hate when people are mad at me. I hate it so much. If a stranger doesn't like something I say online, like whatever. But like if somebody personal is mad at me, I think about it all the time. It eats me
Well,
away. It
there
eats
it
away at me.
is.
Yeah.
That's aging you.
Maybe that's that does age me a lot actually. Yeah.
But yeah, also for you, if that like, I don't know, you can't make that your personality
Right.
of like, no, I want them to not be mad at me.
Yeah. Maybe
maybe they're
that's
just a mad
maybe that's
person.
more what it is. Maybe like I find frustration in that sometimes because I see myself in that where I'm just like, oh,
Ooh.
I get frustrated at things that probably I shouldn't be all the time frustrated about either. And I think that's where that comes from. Like, hey, if I can't stop myself, I can stop you.
We really got somewhere.
All this to say,
oh my goodness.
all this to say, obviously, everybody, like, I mean, all this is, I don't know. I don't really know what to say because it's like, I don't think I said anything problematic. I'm just kind of like,
I don't think any of it has to make sense. Like, we don't have
Yeah.
to tie it up in a bow. It is
Yeah.
so the Wild West. And
Yeah.
I kind of love the chaos of that, but I think I also observe it really causing people to want to sum it up or to want to like give advice or want to, I don't know, condense it into something. And
Yeah.
like, you just can't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's fair.
Maybe he's on his period today. And
Maybe,
like,
and good
that's
for
why
him.
he's really mad.
Yeah. And good for him. Tamp it up, boy.
Exactly.
Oh, man. I'll see how much of that has to get cut so I don't get canceled. But we'll see.
That's really beautiful.
We'll see. How beautiful. How raw.
Yeah.
We will be cutting some of this so I can keep a YouTube channel.
Sure. I appreciate the conversation.
Because you said stuff and I was like, oh, wait. No, Heather was right. Heather's right. I should unclench.
I think it's if everybody's clenched, I don't know. I'm even trying to sum it up.
Nobody can poop.
Hey, and the choir said amen. If everybody's
Amen.
clenched, nobody can poop.
Exactly. Oh, man.
Oh, God.
This is going to be fun to edit. Anyway, I guess we should move on to our next segment. Depression Meal Mondays. Exactly. So what was your saddest thing you ate this week, Heather?
Here's the thing that I eat often, and that's those little Star-Kissed tuna packs.
Oh, right.
As if getting tuna out of a can isn't easy enough.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when they put it in a little pouch
Little
that
bitty
you
pouch.
seal,
Mm-hmm.
and they've put the little salt and pep in there. And sometimes the lemon pepper is my favorite one. I have it in my bag right now. And when I was on a gig in Nebraska, hot take that is not a hot take. The food in Nebraska was not very good.
Oh, no.
Also, we didn't have cars when we were on this gig. So we would have to get like picked up to go to the grocery store. And I am too independent / difficult to have to wait for somebody to take me to go get groceries. So I walked to the Walmart a few times.
Yeah.
And stocked up on whatever was at the Walmart. And those little tuna pouches were on sale. And they had like family sized ones on sale too. And I bought so many and I'm still going through them. And that gig was over a month ago.
Jesus Christ. Well, tuna famously. Long lasting.
Well, that's the thing too. You can throw it in your pantry. It stays there forever.
Yeah.
And something that I'm discovering about myself now that I'm thinking about depression meals is that I'm so resistant to calling them depression meals because that's just how I eat. Okay, I'm not depressed. But it's really freeing to call it depression meal. That's the debate
because people thought that I stopped making depression meals because I was no longer depressed. No. And I don't have depression.
Sure.
I have anxiety. I don't have depression.
Get it straight.
They were just called depression meals.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my bouts of depression, non-chronic. But I just they were called depression meals. That was the trend at the time in 2020. And so I was like, oh yeah, that exactly explains the way I eat.
Yeah.
Because it can be like depression, like era, being really cheap and stuff.
Cute.
Or it can be like the meal is sad.
I think that's the overarching term is that if you saw it out of context, even if you knew that you ate it, if you saw that meal out of context, you'd be like, ooh.
Yeah, it has levels and layers. And like people would comment and like people would message me in my DMs and be like, hey, I saw you stop making these. I'm so proud that you've like overcome your depression. And I didn't have the heart to tell them. I didn't have the heart to tell them.
Shit.
I didn't have anything that mountain was not there, Diva. I was fine.
Can you imagine
anxiety? Still there in spades. I'm still reeling that I'm going to get canceled by the non-binary community after our conversation. Incredible.
Can you imagine having depression and going through all of the trouble of filming those meals?
Oh my God.
Besties with depression will know.
Mm-hmm.
Impossible to self-motivate to do that.
When I did go through depression.
Setting up multiple lights.
My depression.
The editing.
Whenever I have depression, it is always breakup related. Always. It's chronic and it lasts for months. Then it lasts for months. I guess so it's situational, but it does not go away for months. It sits with me. It festers.
Yeah. It's do you ever watch Big Mouth?
Yeah.
When it's just like this big fat purple cat that sits on your chest?
Yes, 100%.
I thought it was the best representation.
Yep. It's that cat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's that cat on your sweater. Cat. It's the sweater cat.
Sesame and Lex.
Aww. Good old Sezzy. But is that a slur if I say it like that?
I heard it as a slur.
I was like, wait.
I had the same exact thought process.
There's some words that sound like slurs, but they're not.
Oh, we gotta.
My favorite trend on TikTok, that maybe something to keep you young, I guess, but that's a few years old now, so I guess maybe not trendy. But there was a time.
That's me though.
There was
like,
that song that say Geronimo.
Oh yeah.
So people would mouth it on TikTok with their friend, and then they would like put their mouth over for Geronimo, and the other person would say it, and then they would act like. Oh
That's
my God.
Very funny.
You just said Geronimo? That's a slur. Like it sounds like it could be a slur.
Great.
Yeah.
Love that.
Incredible.
Didn't see a single one of those videos. It made its way through history without touching my
100%.
Awareness.
100%. But yeah, no, people would think I was depressed and then I really was not. I feel like this podcast is slowly becoming my expose of all the things that I've tried to keep a veil over.
That's what a podcast is,
I guess so, right?
That's why I'd be listening and telling people to tell me all their thoughts and secrets.
Yeah.
And I don't have to respond. But now is the time where I have to share.
Right. 100%.
But yeah, okay. So we're reclaiming Depression Meal. We're not making these meals because we're depressed.
Right. The meals are sad.
Maybe sometimes.
The meals themselves are sad.
But eating while you're depressed is really impressive.
It's good. You know what? That is a cool thing. When I did Depression on Monday, people were like, this like got me to get up and go make a meal today, even though I was really sad. Like, that's really cool. And then I stopped making the videos.
Check in on your friends.
You have 130 episodes, girl. Go watch them again. Rewatch.
Yeah.
That's 2 hours worth of depression meals if you watch it back to back.
If you're eating a tuna pouch when you're depressed, that's 17 grams of protein. That's really impressive and you're doing great. Have some water too. And that's honestly, that's an accomplishment for the day.
Champ.
Absolutely.
Let's see. My depression meal is a standard. I will use the standard that I used in depression meal a lot. I have an episode on. It is my favorite thing that has become like, I actually eat this now. I made it for a video on a whim.
Oh, funny.
And then it has now become like good. And Luis, actually mentioning him again, is the one that gave me this idea. And then I've used it since then. And it's incredible.
We love Luis.
You get Marchon, whatever, instant ramen.
Oh,
the chicken ramen.
Great.
And then you get a cup of the Kraft instant mac and cheese, like the little cup ones that you just put in the microwave. You put them both in a little pasta something. You put it in the microwave, heat it for 5 minutes.
Different types of noodles, fuck.
And you get, and then you get the chicken seasoning and the cheese from the Kraft mac and cheese put in there. It's like a chickeny, cheesy pasta, and it's so good.
Wow.
It is so good.
Have you ever tried it with only my neurodivergence is like, I don't like
two different noodle types. Yeah.
Have you ever tried it with
so I
just
break
the
up the
ramen?
ramen a lot. So it's like it kind of works all as one little thing.
Great.
Yeah. It's not like a long string along with like weird tiny noodles. That's insane.
Literally can't imagine.
That's insane.
I don't know how you'd eat that.
I do not know how you'd eat that. But yeah, that is my meal of choice for a depression meal. It is delicious. I would recommend it to anybody.
That sounds great.
Let's see what a listener said on depression
Q&A.
meals. Yes.
Oh no. This is
on our Instagram
meals.
DMs for which I guess by this point we'll have an Instagram for the podcast. So send them in if you guys have suggestions.
Keep me young pod.
Yes. Let me see. What do we have here? Someone just said sleep. Okay. Just straight tahine.
Ooh.
Someone just ate tahine.
I love that.
So I've never had tahine because as you know, I'm white as fuck.
I've been seasoning my gluten-free avocado toast with tahine and it's amazing. It's like spicy salt.
Okay.
And like I imagine there's probably paprika in it because it's like red too. But they put that on rims of margaritas.
Oh, okay.
When it's not just salt and like it's spicy, like reddish orange or something. It's tahine. That shit's good.
Nice.
I cannot imagine just eating that though. You were essentially just eating spoonfuls of salt.
Nice.
Hydrate, bestie.
Honestly, I could imagine worse meals.
Electrolytes, you know?
I could imagine worse meals. I'm going to be completely honest. That sounds incredible.
It is true. Yeah. Electrolytes, if you've been sweating or something, just take a spoonful of tahine straight to the head.
Absolutely. Just a spoonful of salt. And then you're good.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, Julie Andrews sang that actually, famously. Yeah, that was the last thing she sang. Before the incident.
Exactly.
Let me see here. Okay, so now, we didn't even introduce. It's time for Q&A with Queer and Gay.
And we got to come up with a song for that too.
It'll be like a little rap thing like Q&A with Queer and Gay. And then like a little like beat afterward.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Okay, ready? From this viewer. Is dating worth it?
If you are so unbelievably thirsty and horny like me, absolutely.
Always worth it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
To date someone that you are medium rare on liking, I wouldn't recommend that, but I've done it.
I've been known to do it. I've been known to do it a very long time. Here's my thing. I always date people that are so bored of me. Like if they don't think I'm that funny, for some reason I'm in. I'm locked in. Yikes. I don't want to suck up. I don't want to date a suck up. I need pushback.
You don't like a simp.
I always think in theory that I do, and then you date them and they just agree with everything that you say, and it's boring. It's boring. I need pushback.
You need like
my God complex needs pushback every day, I can't do it. Can't do it.
That's fair.
It's really bad. But that's the thing though. So I've talked about this before with other performer friends. Like we both have stage experience. We both acted in shows, blah, blah, blah. Do you find that even if you hate the date, you don't make it very obvious so the person doesn't catch the hint that you don't want to be there?
Well, yes.
Because I always make them feel like they're having the best date of my life when I'm miserable.
This is the thing that I have seen like around on the internet too. I'm like, oh, it wasn't that we had a great connection. It's that I'm a good time. And like, yes.
Yeah.
But when I was dating mostly dudes, I didn't turn it on for them.
Good for you.
There was this one time in particular where I was supposed to be on a double date. And these two dudes, like a blind date for me. Yeah. It was like my friend was going on a date with someone she had met. And I was just there with his friend. And oh my God. They showed up probably like a half an hour late.
Oh.
And then we had a drink and I was like, so I leave now, right? Like we're going home because that was obviously really bad and they were boring and they were late and they clearly are just like drunk and don't care about us. My friend was like, I think we're going to go up to the roof.
No.
And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go home.
Yeah. That's miserable.
It's miserable.
Worst date you ever been on?
That was pretty close.
Yeah.
But
was that even your date?
Right. Like, I don't know how to qualify that. And for me, worth it to date. Also, like, this is fucked up and I don't recommend other people do it, but I like learned how to be a person through dating because I don't have siblings. And also my parents were like busy.
Fair.
And I didn't really learn like how to be around other people.
Right.
And was very independent. And so like had close friends, but through dating people is really how I got to like observe other family dynamics and other sibling dynamics and other friend dynamics. And like, oh, is this normal? Am I normal?
Right.
And it felt a little safer to like have those conversations in those relationships rather than in friendships. Because like if you got in a fight, you could fuck it out. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's easier to be in a fight in a romantic relationship than a friendship because there's that safety net of like physical intimacy.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And friendships are also like so much harder to lose than a romantic relationship.
I guess so. See,
long term.
I wish
short term. I don't agree with that.
Because I can't. I'm in like a to a fault agreeable person when it comes to friendships. I do not fight back on friendships at all because I'm like they're gonna leave if I disagree one time.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I would.
Oh, I see.
I would be much more afraid to lose a friendship than a relationship. And so I was like a little bit braver in a friendship.
Friendships are harder. You can get a date.
Exactly.
Friendships are hard to get.
Exactly. And they take a lot more time.
Absolutely.
And just like a little bit more tenuous of like, what's the line? What are our boundaries? We don't talk about them. Like,
talk about anxiety. Talk about self-diagnosing anxiety.
Totally.
I know that I am in a really good spot in my life when I start worrying that all my friends hate me.
Nice.
It used to be like a really bad thing in my mind where I'm like, oh my God, I have no friends. Like nobody wants to see me. No one wants to talk to me, all this stuff. And then now it's become a thing. I'm like, oh wait, I'm thinking about that. So everything else is going great. That's awesome. And then
if I'm not worrying about other things.
And then if the friends thing doesn't happen, if I have a good hangout and then everything else is going good in my life, I then think about, too bad I'm going to die one day. Yeah. Too bad.
It's really too bad.
I like to think there's something afterwards. So that helps me a little bit. But
I mean, famously, that's what that's for.
Yeah.
To, you know,
yeah, it
to
certainly
believe
helps.
in that. Great.
It certainly helps. I think we're too grand. I think we're too big of, I don't know. There's so much we don't know. And I feel like
God, yeah.
there's got to be something. I don't know. Yeah.
Even being like sentient dirt would be cool.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. Just some sort of sentience. I would love it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Feel the rain on your skin.
Yeah.
On your dirt skin.
Absolutely. Feel the rain on your dirt. Love that.
What was the
Feel the
Julie
rain on your dirt. Yeah, dirt. Julie, where'd you come back here? Julie, where'd you get here? Just a spoonful of dirt. Julie, get out of here.
Hey, girl.
She loves this podcast.
Stop. You're retired.
Yeah. Worst date I ever went on.
That's what I was trying to remember.
Sorry. Yeah. Worst date I ever went on.
What's the worst date you've ever been on?
So it wasn't the date proper that was terrible. I've been on some bad dates, but like nothing to write home about terrible. The worst date I ever went on was the aftermath of said date. So I, freshly kind of heartbroken. Not really. I don't know. But so that same summer camp we went to, the first year that I went to that summer opera camp that you and I went to, when you weren't there, I was there. The one where you saved me in the canoe. Anybody that watches the podcast from the start would know.
Real ones know.
The real ones know. Episode 3, the real ones. But the date. So I had gone on to that summer camp and I had my first boy kiss ever. And it was a big deal. But I was terrified of sex. So
what was the difference between a girl kiss and a boy kiss for you?
Well, I liked it for one.
Sure.
And I got like the body shakes. I was like nervous. It was like way more real. Way more real. Oh my God,
cute.
Like I knew at like 13, but I just didn't say anything. But I so during that summer, it was like a whole thing where like I wasn't fully interested in committing to that because I didn't want the summer thing to be a thing, but he was actually pretty into it at the time. And then the summer thing ended and I was finally convinced because he kept talking to me long distance. So I was like, oh, he's into this. Okay, maybe I could do this then. And then the second I dove in, he was like, I can't do long distance, which is fine now because all we did was make out a few times.
Great.
But I had like 16-year-old brain.
Of course.
Because I'd never been with anyone in any capacity.
Yeah.
And so I was devastated.
Second puberty.
21-year-old me, prime of his life, said, I will never find love again. This was my one chance. It's over. Blah, blah, blah. I was devastated. And so I started going on like little dates with guys in Texas. And so
were they like DL or were these people out also?
I don't, we didn't really go on enough dates to find out. I don't know if I ever went on like a proper date really in Texas. I went on like a couple with a guy right before I moved, but like that was about it. But the other one, this guy was like a one time, like we talked on Tinder for a second. Underwhelming conversation, but I just never been with anybody. And I was kind of addicted to the concept of making out at this point because I'd only done it once now. And I was like, wait, this is incredible. Why have I not been doing this? No wonder high schoolers are freaks about this.
No kidding.
Yeah. And so I went over to his place and we made out at his place for a while. And I like put my phone to the side and that's all we did. We watched a TV show and we made out and that was it.
Great.
And he was a big man too. I was like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. It was my exact, it was, but
it was Human Track.
It was Human Track. Maybe a little bit bigger, but nice. It was nice. So we made out for a bit and then I got my phone and I looked at it and my phone had blown up from my mom, my sister, all my friends in my college friend group were all trying to figure out where I was. So my mom did and does have a tracking app on my phone that sees where I'm at. And now I'm old enough.
They're built into iPhones. She has a special tracking app.
Oh, it's Life 360. You didn't have it back then. We had Life 360.
I see.
And we still use it. We still use it. And I'm a proponent for it. I like that I can see where my family is. That's kind of cool. And now I'm such an open book with my family that it doesn't matter that happened. But back then, I was out to her, but I was still not fully comfortable with like talking about my love life at all. Sure. That took another 5 or 6 years, honestly. No fault of hers. I was just really uncomfortable. Yeah. And I went to go make out with this guy's place, and my mom saw that I was right next to the airport and not responding to messages. And so she messaged my sister, who was on campus because she was a freshman at the time. And then my sister or my mom, one of the two, messaged one of my close friends. Then they asked the college friend group. And my one friend that I told her that I was going to this place. God. Here's the address, just so you know if anything happens, blah, blah, blah. Like if anything's weird, like that's where I'm at, blah, blah, blah. And she, instead of just telling them where I was at, just said, hey, I know where Blake is. Just know that he's fine.
Wrong
instinct. Response.
Bad.
I love them dearly. They were a real one for it, but the worst thing you could have said was that. And so I called my mom, spent the whole time driving home, just like defending myself, being like, Mom, no, I didn't like have sex or anything. Like, do you think I had sex? And I didn't. And like, they still like, my mom was like, oh God, I was so embarrassed. And it was like, that was one of my first like real dates.
Damn.
Real dates. It was still just like making out with a guy at his apartment. And it was one of my first real dates. And it ended with that. And so I didn't date anybody again for a solid half a year at least.
Yeah. Understandable. My God.
That was
the National Guard came to his house.
Awful. I had to go like freshly out me just had to be like, I was making out with a guy. Kill me dead.
We watched a TV show.
We watched a British comedy for 30 minutes and we went and made out
and
on
touched
his couch.
pinkies on each other's knees.
We didn't do anything. We made out. That was it. And then...
Did he know that your phone had blown up?
No, because I didn't hear it either. It was just like face down on his little like side table.
But like when you left, were you like, I have to go because my entire family... I was like, this
was fun, bye. Okay, and then I went and called my mom in the car. I was like, I'm so sorry. It was bad.
Being gay is hilarious.
That's what it comes down to. Being gay is so camp.
It's so silly.
It was so camp.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Well, that was fun.
It gets better.
It gets better.
I wonder what this person's context is. Like, what is the alternative? Maybe you have like a full, fulfilling life and you're not like a horny monster like
the people watching this?
me. No, the person who asked that question is dating worth it.
I don't know if they're like desolate about it or if they're, I don't know if it's like incel-y or if it's like tongue in cheek.
Yeah, I would say if you're 14, no.
No. I didn't go on dates until like easily like 20s and I think I'm the better for it.
I think you can skip some weird, I still have weird stuff about my first kiss because this dude who looked like Adam Sandler.
Oh no.
So I can't watch those movies still.
Oh, no.
Like pointy tongue into my mouth immediately.
Oh no.
And I like still have weird stuff about kissing with tongue.
Of course.
And that was so many years ago.
Too much tongue is
20
gross.
years ago. Yeah, and like
I knew how to
pointy,
kiss.
rigid.
Before I started dating men, though, I knew how to kiss.
Hell yeah.
Because my junior year, the girls at a party, who all definitely knew, but we still didn't say it out loud. We all got like drunk one time, and they all like made out with me, like
my God,
back to back,
fun.
and giving me feedback. Like mouth too open, too much tongue, not enough tongue.
That's
all that stuff. It was fantastic. I'm a
that's
fantastic
queer
kisser for
community.
it. I'm a fantastic kisser
I
for it.
believe that about you.
It was really great.
That's so nice.
Have we not made out?
Surely we have.
We've
not sober.
We did in a skit one time.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and like fell to the ground.
To the
making
ground.
out.
I think I almost hit your head.
That was nice. We
Yeah.
committed.
We did.
Aww.
Yeah.
So yeah, unclear.
So that's what's keeping us young.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yep. Bad dates and horrible Twitter takes and good
tuna in a pouch.
informative discourse.
Oh, and we'll leave you with this.
Yes.
And that is when
we can't do that again. We did that last episode.
I
The
didn't
moon
realize
hit your eye. Sorry. This
girl
is
on
prep.
Thanks everybody. See you
Thanks,
next
y'all.
time.
Bye.
That's so fun, Blake. I'm